Hi and good morning. Just a while ago, you might have seen me stream on YouTube and Facebook of me cutting my hair. This is the life that I had to live. I show up when I'm required. So many people today across the world, not only America, due to war, they are showing up to people in service. Thank you. Not just people who are soldiers who are going to war, but also students, mental health professionals, doctors, mothers, fathers, even people who are homeless. Thank you for showing up today because you being alive is the future, right? The future is collective. The future is everybody who's going to survive this war. It is no longer, if you're, that's why my channel, I feel like I name it Lucky because when I first met Lucky, you should be lucky to be alive today. You should be lucky to survive each day from the beginning of your life. But if you haven't been woken up now, not only the fireworks, but now sounds of ambulance, which I hear every day. I don't know if you all can hear this now, but the sounds of people mourning, crying, breaking down, news, everything is now so amplified in our world that it has infiltrated our daily lives. So, how do you conduct yourself during a crisis? I have an auto mode that I go to because I grew up in Sri Lanka. I was born into a country of war. Now that war, thank God, it has ended over 10 years ago. But we still functioned during war, right? I still went to school. And my parents still prayed that we came home. Nothing was skipped unless it was a really bad, like a declaration. It's kind of like if you go on a snow day, school says it's shut down, don't go to school, then listen. So listen to your authorities, but also make your best judgment. So some days, if you don't feel like it's safe to go somewhere because you don't feel like it, don't do it. But if it's a repetition, then have it checked, right? Because right now, you will want to stay home and do nothing else but to protect your life, just like any animal in the fear of their life would just want to be like hunker down, right? But what we want to Naina Auntie here. If you guys don't know, follow Naina Auntie. So I'm gonna give you all a few people that I trust who has lived through wars. All right, older people. Like follow people who has lived through wars but still maintain their peace. That is a role model that everybody should follow. People who have lived through wars and have survived it to tell you the story. So Naina Auntie is turning 70, inshallah, December 20, what is the date? Somewhere to December 27th, right, Auntie? Sorry if I got it wrong. But she will also tell you she has seen many wars. My mother has seen many. I don't know if your grandparents, listen to them if you are unsure what to do. Chat GPT, online, Google is okay. But if you all spend day and night just asking AI, it will give you more things that you will be afraid of. So one good thing that is valuable for the future is ask people who have lived through it. How did you get through when things were falling close to you? What did you do? So few things that I'm not going to even. Later we'll go to ChatGPT. We'll cross check if what I am saying is valid, right? But I will just give you off the bat how I survived. One, there was no other option. When I was young, when Naina Auntie was young, we had no option but to live. We had no option but to move forward. We had no option. 12/7. Oh, sorry. 12/7. Naina Auntie was born on December 7th. And this month, 7 is a lucky number. Always remember, when difficult times, you want to remember why you are here. You want to remember who's waiting for you at home. You want to remember the importance of life, all right? And I, as a Muslim, will tell you, I identify as a Muslim because of political reasons. Because you know why? During these difficult times, I can leave Islam and say, like, I don't associate with that. No, it's not. That is exactly what people would want. Because We are the change who we want to be. I want to be the change for the Islam that is to come in the next 30, 20 years. What the things that I say now will be manifesting the next 20, 30 years. One of the things that when I grew up, there was no platform for trans, LGBTQIA Muslims. There was no platform for people who are marginalized in Islam. So I created myself in a sense, like I want to be the person who talk about this, right? If a dictator like Khomeini can come around and gather people and put them in poverty and not listen to them, and people are carrying his dead body and treating him like a hero, I and you and everybody else who has so much more to give to this world, I don't want anybody to carry my body, okay? But I want you all to carry my legacy. If I pass away, which is not going to be now, I am not ready to pass away. My job is not done. One thing I know for certain, when my time comes, I will know. I will decide when it's for me to go. Because the difference between dictators and people who align themselves with nature is that when you do no harm, when you don't hurt people, when you don't try to control other people's lives, one thing nature gives you is the control of your life. If I can control my breath, if I don't go bomb any country, then why do I have to fear of being dead? Because I believe no matter the circumstances, there's something called power beyond what these uh, uh, so-called dictators are using. They try to use fear against us, but there's something more powerful than that, which is the power of unity, the power of believing there will be tomorrow. Oh, he will put a bomb, but it won't hit me. It won't hit me. I want you all to say that. I want to start by saying, he will put what he will put. It will not hit me. I will protect myself. Make this a mantra. No matter what happens around the world, it will not affect me. It will not affect my family. It will not affect my loved ones. Create that shield. Believe it. Because right now, we have people on the algorithm who say, oh, next it will be you. No, it won't be me. Because I am not ready to go. I am going to fight and I am going to protect those I love. Right? So if somebody attacks me, I will attack them back. If I'm just sitting here meditating, I'll tell you the truth. I am Lord Buddha, I am also Muhammad, I am also Jesus, I am also Guru Nanak, I am also all these things. If Lord Buddha sits here and just meditates, somebody comes and try to hit me, I will get up and give a kick. I am not the Lord Buddha who will sit and just take the kick. If somebody comes here and tries to hit me, I will give one swing back. That is called self-defense. A lot of times, all these religions, everybody, you can fight back somebody if you just if you just sit in your own space. I'm in my own house, creating my own contact. Somebody comes and attacks me for no reason because they don't agree with me. I will hit them back where it hurts. If somebody hurt me, I am allowed to hit them back. That is going to be the future, because otherwise I'm going to hold on to the trauma that doesn't belong to me. That's the way I survive. All right? ගැහුවොත් ගහනවා. Right? Auntie? අපි එහෙම තමයි ජීවත්. අපිට ගැහුවොත් අපි ගහනවා. All right? If somebody hurt me, I am not going to forever forgive. If they hurt, one day I will give one tight swing back. Okay? So this is the way that I live. All right? This is the way that I live. If you don't like it, it's okay. If it's okay, some violation warning is coming, well, too bad. We live we are allowed to protect ourselves. I'm not going to be a baby duck and have you take me when I am, going through a difficult time, right? I will protect the ducks. I will also give back. So TikTok restriction, I don't care. YouTube, whatever, I don't care. I will speak my truth. That's why even Donald Trump went away from Twitter, Because he started tweeting, people didn't like it, he went and make his own platform. Because at some point, some place, you must be able to speak your truth. Everybody has a truth. 99 has a truth. Sky has a truth. You watching on YouTube and TikTok has a truth. I have my truth. And to whichever platform I have to go to speak my truth, I will do so. That is my job. That is why I shaved my head today and I came, because it's poem. Right? It's poem. It's I believe in everything. Full moon for you, full moon for me. Full moon for summer, full moon for puppy. Right? So anyway, let's go through ChatGPT. So I am a fighter. I went to self-defense school, swimming school, all right. My parents, even through war, I am so grateful for my parents and the Sri Lankan community. No chatu. War කියලා අපි ගෙදර රෙද්දස් හිටියේ නෑ. We went to swimming school. We went to karate class. Okay, I went to karate. I went to mental arithmetic. I learned maths in Chinese. Right? I can converse in Mandarin. Basics. Ni hao. All right. That's why I celebrate Chinese New Year. So I am a hybrid. I'm one of the future humans. All right. You can't say, oh, I am this country, I'm that country. I have been meshed into what is human. The future is such. We are all human beings from different parts of the world. You will end up practicing ways of living that you. Hello, Sampath. ඔයාට හම්බුණාද? කිව්වේ නෑ මොකුත්. මොකද්ද? Hello, sorry. It's coming to what's the name, YouTube. Hello ගානවා. මට කියන්න, did you receive your birthday gift? නැද්ද? මම ඒක වීදම් කරලා post කරේ. ඒක ලැබුණා නම් මට වචනයක් කියන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ මම බලන් ඉන්නවා වීදම් කරලා post කරපු හම්බුණාද නැද්ද කියලා මට හරියට උත්තරේ කියන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ මට මමත් හැමෝටම gift කරන්නේ මට පුළුවන් කෙනාට විතරයි, සහෝදරයෙක් නිසා මම එව්වේ. මට කියන්න ලැබුණාද නැද්ද? නැත්තම් මම ට්‍රැකින් කරලා බලන්න ඒක මොකද්ද උනේ, නැති වුණාද මොකද්ද කියලා මට ඒක කියන්න. Okay. So back to the discussion. So how to survive? Just live. Do you every day, even as difficult, try to maintain a routine. Try to go to your work. Try to do the projects that you said you would do. If you had 10 things that you said you would do, at least try to do 5 of it. Right? If you all signed up for the gym, some of you will stay in the gym. Some of you will come out of the gym. Try at least to go. Make that step to go there. Right? It will shape you. It will shape you for the future. Especially if you're young, this is the time. If many of you are in your 20s, 30s, pick things. Okay, I want you to think, this is the way that I think. If this is the, just hypothetically, if it's like, if this is the end of my life, what are the things that matter the most to me? Is it travel? Is it building something? Is it having a career? Is it having a family? So you have to strategize and list out in your brain, and your brain will tell you what matters the most according to the time of your life. Right? So I have everything. I have my work, alhamdulillah. I have a basics met. I have food, I have cereal, I have summer. One thing that I want to work on my personal life is I'd like to meet my life partner, possibly a girl who is single, not married, okay, because I have so many people reach out to me who are married. I am also, sometimes I don't know that people are married. So I respect those who are married, but I am looking I'm 40, I'm also looking to settle down and, build my YouTube and my social media with someone who is as outspoken as me. I cannot, I don't think I will get along well with someone who is reserved because just the way that I conduct my life, so because if I do if I do end up in a relationship and if I do get married, which I plan to, I hope inshallah that I can get married sometimes, in the next year or so. And if I do, I want them to be a part of my social media, and I want us to share what life is like, and I want to see that as well. I want to watch the next episode of my life next year and so forth and see me progress. So I look forward to the pleasant things that I will build. When times are difficult, I look forward to, okay, getting my YouTube even more forward, getting my TikTok even more pleasant, right? See, through all these difficulties of COVID and whatnot, we all did progress. I don't know if you all noticed, but I noticed that I have become a much more organized person. I have even my house. Look at how well kept it is. Look at my house. I am bragging. I am literally bragging. Like, look at how well kept this is. And then, if you saw me 10 years ago, I was in a different place. It wasn't put together like this. So, I have grown. What about you? When will you grow? And how are you going to do that? And how will you work on it? I am here to challenge you. I am your challenge until you get your work together, until you progress. Even if you had to cry, I don't care. You can process your feelings on your own. Until you get it, until you make it, I will be here, pushing you a little bit more each day, because you can push through boundaries. All right, let's go. Let me get my socks. I'll be right back. Okay, already 9:30. Sound is also here. Is the sun out? No, the sun is not out. All right, let me just go. You all want me to go through you all talk to ChatGPT yourself. I'm quite tired of this. Um, I think I'm just gonna try. Let's see what's going on TikTok. Let's see. Let's see who shows up on TikTok. Is the heat on? I don't even know. Somebody requested music. Wait. कुछ कुछ होता है दिल में बातें छुपी सी अदा भी जागी है पता नहीं क्यों समझा नहीं क्यों क्या ये है प्यार या सिर्फ एक झलक आदम is lucky कुछ कुछ होता है दिल में बातें छुपी सी अदा भी जागी है पता नहीं क्यों समझा नहीं क्यों क्या ये है प्यार या सिर्फ एक झलक आदम is lucky Alright, one of the things I do in the morning is I just kind of go through news, not every day, but since it's a crucial time, we will go through a little bit of noise, news, which is actually noise. News is noise. Alright, so I wish I can screen share this, but I'm not. Oh, Don Doodles. Don Doodles, hey, how's it going? So, Don Doodles is another good friend of mine. So, she and her family is in Germany. Yes, they're in Germany. And if you all, commented on my YouTube, I will introduce you more to my family, as in TikTok family and online community. There's a lot of good people. So Don Doodles does a lot of artwork. So let's read today's news. So this is one of the things that I did, one of the routines that I do periodically, just to, just be informed, right? It's important to be informed. I don't scroll overnight looking for news, but in the morning I'm fresh. I want to know what is going on, right? So I go over here, I go to our Yahoo. Yahoo is my page that I go for news. Very easy, it does a little bit of, so I know some people go to different pages, Huffington Post and stuff. Yahoo is free. I just go through a few headlines here. So I'm just going to go through. Iran strikes the US embassy in Saudi Arabia. Interesting. All right, let's see that. What the heck happened? What in the world is Iran doing now? All right. Iran strikes the U.S. embassy in Saudi Arabia as war expands again. Let's see what happened here. The conflict escalated further on its fourth day, with Israel sending new ground troops to Lebanon. All right, let's listen to him.
Causing damage there. That's according to Saudi Arabia's defense ministry, which says that it also intercepted other drones fired into the kingdom early this morning. Meanwhile, sirens are going off in Bahrain as part of another Iranian attack there. And we're also seeing intense Israeli airstrikes target the Lebanese capital of Beirut. The Israeli military says that it's targeting Hezbollah operational and logistic points in the city. And Hezbollah has said that it has launched drones targeting an airbase in Israel. The Israeli military says that it's down 2 drones coming in from Lebanon. All this comes as the wider Middle East is just engulfed in this escalating conflict that started when the United States and Israel launched an airstrike campaign on Iran this past weekend. Already, that campaign has killed Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and has seen Iran launch attacks across the Gulf Arab states, into Israel, and also target shipping and the oil industry across the region.
Okay, so good morning. My mom is also here. So we see that, the war is really escalating from what's happening, right? And it's a lot to process. To be honest, folks, I wake up every day and I can't keep up with what in the world is happening, but I want everybody to stay safe. Again, focus on what works for your, this is the time that you have to, in a sense, be on self-defense mode. Take care of your own self, your own community, everybody included, right? So I'm not gonna speak for whoever is here affected. I don't know them, but I wish those who are civilians and those who have nothing to do with this war to be out of misery and to be away from this negativity. And why hit? Okay, so this is the part that I always get, like, okay, so Iran hits US, like, who? That's not gonna go well for Iran hitting the US embassy, right? It's not gonna go well. I'll tell you that as an American citizen, like, you hitting our US embassies is not gonna go well, Iran. All right. These are, what an embassy is? It's a place where people come to as a tourist to America. People who have nothing to do with the war goes to the embassy so they can, come visit America, come work in America, come study in America. So hitting that, because that is your neighbor, right? Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the relation Saudi Arabia has with America is good. It's diplomatic, right? So Muslim countries have good relationships with America. And Iran apparently does not like that and attacks that. So now you all can see that even through the Muslim world in the Middle East, not everybody gets along. See, for the longest time, people thought Muslims are just one. No, Muslims are just human, just like any other groups of people, just like Christians, just like Buddhists. Muslims have different opinions, the way they conduct themselves. Even Islam, it's different, just like fabric. The way that people dress is different, the way that they conduct themselves is different. So we know that now the problem is not about religion, the problem is about power. So Iran wants to essentially gain control of the Middle East, right? And that's why it's doing that. And is America just gonna sit silent and take that? No, we are not. Don't mess with America. I'm just saying, right? America is a superpower. And I don't say that in a boastful manner, but if you don't know your opponent, don't get into it, right? And I say that as a Muslim as well, because what it means to be Muslim is not siding those who hit embassies, innocent buildings. What did Burj Khalifa do? Burj Khalifa is just a sign of progress in Dubai, right? So we should have progress as humanity moves forward. Of course, there's going to be progress. We're going to have buildings, we're going to have improvements. Harming people, just, YouTubers go there, take lovely pictures, families go hang out around in the capital and stuff. So now we can see the effect in real time of how jealousy of neighbors can affect the livelihood of innocence. This is the root of evil, jealousy. 86-year-old haggard from hell passed away, and then so-called people are angry. I don't know who's angry. I thought half were celebrating. People were celebrating in Iran, so I also last night celebrated. Because who on earth wants to live in extreme poverty and inflation, where the people in Iran, most of them are highly educated, have no jobs, and they were under a dictatorship. So they asked America for help to take them out of the dictatorship, which in America and Israel responded because they do have the tools. And after the dictators lifted off, hardliners, I don't know what extremists, came out and be like, oh, our leaders are like, okay, so you all wanted that piece of S to rule and bring more devastation? We're going to fight back against these people who refuse to take our future forward, right? We will. I will speak out against it. Even in my own discussions, my community, if somebody says like, oh, they are for this Kamini and stuff, I'm like, what did Kamini give you? Did Kamini personally take care of you? Did Kamini give you a handout? Because what has happened to many people now is emotional manipulation. They've never met Kamini, they've never been to Iran, they've never spoken to the people, but they identify with poverty. They identify with not having things. So I'm not saying you're going to be rich, but what type of, okay, so there's two mentalities. There's rich mentality, there's poor mentality. When I talk about rich, I'm not talking about monetary rich. I'm talking about rich as in you want others to prosper. You want others to be well. One of the things that I notice in people who have never experienced or moved up in the rank of life is that they get comfortable in their poverty. They get comfortable in not having the next advancement. So what they do is they attack people who are advanced. It's like, oh, you're unhappy with your your life. You go attack somebody who is happy with their life. That is jealousy, right? Because if Iran is actually Muslim, that Saudi Arabia is Mecca, why are you attacking Saudi Arabia? The central place where all Muslims pray to. I'm just asking a very naive question. If Iran is so-called loves Allah so much, all right, why is Iran attacking Saudi Arabia, a place where people, including my family, has gone to Hajj? And everybody's dream is to go do the Hajj in Mecca. So why is Iran attacking places like Kuwait, like other neighbors who practice the same religion? That means they don't care about Allah. They just care about power. And that's not the word of God. That's the word of greed. That's the word of wanting, because Iran is jealous. Iran is jealous that Saudi is rich, Dubai is rich, Qatar is rich. Look at it. Look at the inflation rate of Iran and look at the inflation rate of these other countries. I'm not saying all the people of Iran, okay? This is not coming for the people. I'm talking about the dictators, all right? So my take is, The poor people are stuck. I watch civilians, I watch people in the village. They have nothing to do with this garbage. They want to live a better life. If you ask the regular Iranian, what do you want? They wanted him gone, and they wanted just a better life, because they're done with this extreme nonsense. Women have to just be covered by default. Give them, it's 2026. She wants to cover herself, she will. She wants to reveal herself, she can do so if she's an adult. This is a free world, right? Even as Muslims, there's no need for men to tell women how to dress, right? If she's comfortable in a hijab, she will wear a hijab. If she's comfortable in a pyjama, she'll wear a pyjama. If she's comfortable wearing makeup, she like, what is this catering a man's need? Like, aren't we trying to move away from patriarchal society all over the world, including America? I'm saying that, right? Right? So this is one news. Okay, let's see what other news is there. Fans, movies, satellite. I don't. What is this? Austin Mars. Who did this? Texas gunman. I don't even know what the heck. Oh my god. He's wearing a t-shirt, a top that says property of Allah. Ya Allah. Why on earth? This is, first of all, I condemn this. All right. This is what happens when you're a religious maniac. Religion, just like, okay, this is a drink. All right. This is a cereal with milk. I put water, I put in the microwave. Religion, education, anything in life, moderate. Be moderate and modest with your things. You know what it is? This man probably had some other issue happening in his life, and he took it out on poor people in Texas who had nothing to do. So that's not the word of Allah. I condemn that kind of stuff. And anybody who believes hurting, harming others, see, better to even verbally say something to someone than go into people's physical boundaries. You get what I'm saying? Play a video game. Play Call of Duty, play something, whatever the heck you have to play, instead of doing this type of thing. Because what did these other people, I could have been there, another Muslim could have been there, another Christian could have been there, another dog could have been there. Do dogs and cats deserve this type of nonsense because of religious fanatics? I'm just saying. It could be any kind, right? So anything moderacy is, practice moderate. Don't overconsume religion or any topic, politics, or even love. Don't overconsume love. Romance, don't overconsume it. You will hate it. You will puke it out. Ask people who's been married for years. One day they don't look at their spouse. They don't want to see the face. It's like that. Anything that you overconsume, you will never like it. Moderate. That's why the Lord Buddha, I always respect, you have to have a middle path. Because no matter which path you take, anything, be it you become a scientist, you become an astronaut, any path you choose in life, once you know it so much, you will start to drop it and choose a different path. Life is such. No human wants to be forever entangled in a. Renee Sala, welcome. Thank you. I got my own because it's Poya in Sri Lanka. And Poya is a I grew up with the monks also, so I observe certain things when times are difficult. It is, that's the same reason why when you go to pilgrimage in Makkah, people do a haircut. It's renewal. This is a new era. This so-called war. It's an old ongoing emotional stuff that were unresolved, that were put upon innocence. Think about it. Think about the root cause of what's happening right now. It's unresolved ancestral emotional baggage that is overspilling on innocence and the new generation. And what we can do is work on ourselves. That's it. If there's ancestral anger within me for the crimes they have done to my ancestors, I can't put it out on somebody physically, because that is not what we should do as modern. Like, I have all this comfort. Think about it. Even that man on Texas with the property of Allah hoodie, or anybody who does, like, harm because they were so angry, they were so charged up. Think about it. They too had a beautiful life. They chose that thing in the moment of crisis. They chose the wrong thing to do in the moment of crisis. Because, especially for men, there is no outlet to channel their emotions, because they were told, do all these difficult things, men were put into a world of military, become a football player, lift car, be like this tough guy. So their default thing is to be aggressive, right? Because testosterone drives you to be a certain way, but we can channel that. That's why very important, dear Lord, if any one of you are having a crisis, if you have no one to talk to, at least pull out ChatGPT or Google Gemini. It'll save your life. Or run to the closest. If you all have to check yourself into an institution, and just be like, even if you don't know what's going on, you could be like, hey, times are really difficult. I need some help with my mental health. Say it. Men, say it out loud. Women, say it. People, just say it. It's a difficult time. People will understand. It is so much better for you to be among people who agree with what's happening right now than to think you're alone and you're the martyr. I don't know what the hell is this martyr bullshit. Okay? This when I read the Quran, I read it like any other book. I'll tell you the truth. The way that I read the Quran, the way that I read the Atomic Habits, the way that I have, my mother gave me this book, Extraordinary Leaves. It's just pictures of leaves. All right. Let me just show you what book like that. That way you all know. Okay, I'll take a few books, that way you all can know. This is obviously the Quran, you all know that. Okay, I have more books, I'll show you later. I can't carry everything. So, pigs with leaves. Okay, somebody is requesting this one. This one my mom gave. She picked it up. Somebody has donated this. She chose this book. So I think we all can benefit from this. What does this say? Now this is my notes. I write notes all the time, and my mom has written something. I don't know. She's written in Sinhala. I can't read it. My mom writes very good in Sinhala. She went to a Buddhist monastery in Sri Lanka. There's Buddhist school even though she's born and raised Muslim, she went to Buddhist school. It's normal. I went to Catholic school. Parts of my life. I went to Islamic school also. So I've been through different spaces. All is same. A leaf is a leaf. Whichever school of thought you go to, a leaf is a leaf. It's glorious. It wants to face the sun. It wants to thrive. It wants to be seen and also protect itself, right? So, or extraordinary leaves. So I want everybody to focus during this difficult time on what unites us, not what divides us. Because they will try to say, oh look, they are like this, we are like this. No, we are all pretty similar actually. We all have anger, we all express emotions. We all want to have family. We want to all belong, right? And we also provide shade to one another. Depending on the shades, see just the leaves. If you go out for a walk, hike, why are some darker in color, some lighter in color? Because depending on how the sun faces you, and some leaves come in and out, your tone, your the way that you scene looks different. It's like us. When I'm alone, I have a different emotion. When someone walks into my garden, I have a different emotion. So it's a variable. Look at these beautiful leaves. Color. This one talks about color. So let's see what this is. Croton. Giant leaf. See, this artist, look at what a beautiful book to release. This artist, whoever this artist is, who made this? This book combines a thorough and enthusiastic visual exploration recognized by photographic master. I don't know, but anyway, just look at it. See. See. No matter what human beings do, hopefully there's not much destruction, because you see, when one thing I want to raise awareness is, when missiles and bombs get put down, this is life. All right, let's not forget this. They can't text us, they can't speak for themselves, but this is life. Do you want to live smelling rubbles? Do we want to wake up and go outside our yard and smell rubbles? So deeply reflect on what type of leaderships we have, and weed out the leaderships that take away this beauty from our earth. Weed it out. Weed out such leaderships who perpetuate hate and take away this beautiful garden. Because I'll tell you, as a Muslim, as a Buddhist, as all these above, all right? Heaven is on earth. I am very sorry there is no Jannah but this. This is the only Jannah. This is the only Jannah. This is the only place that is heaven. And one thing I will say, as someone who went to Sharia school, because I was brought up, I also went to, one smart thing is about being smart and intelligent is, you don't just go to one school of thought. You go to all schools of thought, and then you make your own sound judgment. So any religion that tells you, oh, I will promise you heaven, just die for me, do not trust that word. A God will never ask you to die for them. Never sign your life away to anyone. Never ever do that. For life is very valuable. Your mother carried you for 9 months. Your father waited for you. The earth, the cosmos planned your creation. Books will tell you a story, but ask your heart, why are you here? You are here because you were chosen to be here. All of you are very valuable. As valuable as Muhammad, as valuable as Buddha, as valuable as any leader that you think, all of you are as valuable. Don't put somebody in a hierarchy and vote for them and expect them to solve all your mental health issues. Many of them are madmen and women. I will dismantle the ideas you have about Islam, about everything, because I want you to let go of all the baggage you all carried from your childhood. Because we are in 2026. Your parents didn't know better. Your ancestors didn't know better. They ruled that time. There was no internet. There was no doctors. There was no mental health professionals to assist you, to bring you to the best developmental stage that you can get to. But today we have done research. We have data. We can find how life will thrive to its fullest form. And life will not thrive to its fullest form through war and destruction. And anybody that does war and destruction, we will weed them out. And if we need to do that psychologically, we will do that. If I cannot get to my opponent with weapons, I will use psychological methods to get to my opponent, disarm them, and have them work for society. So tell me, folks, tell me, do you want to live under dictatorship, or do you want to have control of your own life? Many of the men that go out in military today only go because of the video games they played. Because when video games started, it was Atari, all. Think about even video games, all right? It was warships. That was the thing. Until later they had farm games. Until later they had this. Do you know the Facebook had a beautiful game back then? What is it? Farmer. I don't know what it's called. My Farm or something. That was the start of. Now video games can look like what do you want to build, right? Then you had card games. So many young folks, now even girls are playing war games. I don't know why, because they're angry, I think, but just go channel it somewhere beautiful. Parents, watch what type of games your children are playing. If they're playing something very aggressive, check in with yourself and ask yourself, why is my child playing something very violent? What kind of physical assistance can I do? Can I put them probably in a rock climbing class? Because some children are just born innately very active. Like I have Summer, she's now sleeping, but she's very active, right? She's very active. I can't contain her and repress her, but I can channel her. I can take her for runs when she wants to go. Today she's resting, but I know her bubble of energy. You all know your bubble of energy. If you don't channel your river, the water stream that's coming, be it creative, be it anger, whatever, you can build a beautiful stream, or you can create a flood to the entire world. I am here to tell you, contain your floodgates, create a beautiful artwork. Because do you want to be in the front page of Yahoo for harming somebody? People will cuss you if you become that. Beautiful lives. Beautiful lives. Because of the saying of 1400, 1500 years ago, and your grandfather, whatever, interpreted. I love my grandfather. You know why? He's a Muslim, true Muslim. He only prayed on Friday. He was a police constable under British rule back then. Sri Lanka was ruled by British, so he did not know a word of Sinhala. He probably didn't even know. He was, now I know the word colonization. He probably didn't even care. He was an orphan. He was recruited. He worked for the British Army. He served his time. And times changed. He retired. He lived and died a peaceful life in Sri Lanka. Even through all the war. Because he did what he had to do for that day. And he took care of those around him. He didn't rank up. He maintained his position. But he got a medal from the Queen. He didn't think, I am dark. Why should I work for a white queen? He didn't have any of that ego. Because his job was just to work, right? Nowadays, everybody's bringing their ancestry and be like, hey, your ancestors did that. Okay, so now where can we go with this? We are all in a mess. Their ancestors not perfect, our ancestors not perfect. Now how are we going to resolve this? Because you and I, do you want to go at each other, harm the other person because their ancestors were so-called written harm? You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You have to, the best thing that you can do is thrive without harming others. And I want you all to sit and reflect, how can I thrive in my own way without harming others and carrying the trauma of my ancestors? If my ancestors, because some of you, all, even I have, the times that you get certain emotions, how, when that arises, what am I going to do? Ask ChatGPT, use Google, Gemini, use all these things, tools around you. Use TV, watch somebody's log. You know what I do? When anything arises, I lived through civil war of Sri Lanka, right? I have seen in my own experience, and I've experienced in my own experience being bullied for being a minority. I have experienced it. Today, I have the power as an older 40-year-old man to project that onto somebody else. But I don't want to do that. Why would I do what they did to me? So what do I do instead? I go and I watch YouTube videos of those who probably needs a little lifting. I go like their page, I go comment and I say, may you live long, may you prosper. Because I am not going to be, what's the word? A version that I despise. Write that down. I will not be a version that I despise. Because my daughter is watching me, my parents are watching. I want to be a version that when I pass away, people will say, despite all the odds of difficulties Adam had in his life, what a very difficult life he was given. He maintained his peace. He tried every day to be joyful. He did what he had to do to have a good day. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to give myself a break. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm not going to worry too much about what's happening here and there. I'm just going to focus on my household. So I'm going to end the live. I'm going to sit and go visit some YouTube lives, some Facebook lives, and then get to lunch later on. All right? And see if somebody has asked these books. One good book, the Dhammapada. Right? It's Poya. Dhammapada, this is ancient text. Just, this is like, read it like poetry, yeah? Don't never ever take any books like it's the end, like it's, you know, this. I read it like poetry. This is the Sinhala book I got from my mom. The more, if you are reading a book like it's the, like that is the answer, then you can be easily manipulated. But if you read anything very lightly, your breathing is, that's how you should reading should put you in a state of, I am relaxed, not stress. This is not an exam. Life on earth is not a test. There is no one judging you. I promise you that. If some religious scholar told you life on earth is a test, bring me that religious scholar. I would love to talk to that religious scholar, okay? These things are just tools to help you maintain your peace. Dua for success. All right, great book, right? Forgiveness. All right, see, that wonderful. Okay, so let me see. I came to this page. Dua number 6. We are going to read this one, right? For all Muslims, we'll read this because Muslim people are going through a lot these days, right? Asking for forgiveness, security, health, and protection of family and wealth. Protect your wealth. Oh, protect your wealth, my dear. Protect your wealth. Right? It is subhanallah that Muslim countries are wealthy. If one Muslim country is jealous the other Muslim country is wealthy, that is not Islamic. That is jealousy. Think about it. If one country, one being Muslim, right, one Muslim country is jealous that the other is thriving, then they are poor. That's why Allah made them poor. Because if you are wealthy, you would wish well. If you are wealthy, if what you see is what you become. If you watch my video and you are jealous that I am living a good life, then how the hell will you be wealthy? Because you can't claim what I will not let you claim it. I will not give you that good. But if you watch my video and you genuinely wish me well, then I will definitely bless you. So never ever, like I was so hurt when they hit the bird or what, like why are they doing that? How many people go there to take selfies? How many people go there and dream to have a vacation? Jealous, they don't have this, they go hit that building. Don't do that, right? Don't do that. Just like 9/11. No, those kind of garbage, don't do that to human beings. Every life matter. Every life is life. All right? Every life. Nowhere should you harm anyone's property. Nowhere you should harm anybody, man, woman, or any being. This is 2026. If a text tells you to harm, cross it out. You read. I want you all to do this as a practice. Get your Quran, right? Get your Quran, get your Bible, get your Torah. I want you to get whatever books that you all hold on to so much. And make notes. If something seems violent, cross it out. It's like, oh, I don't agree with this. Cross it out. When I read it as a child, when I read the Quran, there were so many things that I was like, this does not sit well with me. I questioned my own religion. And that is a sign of intelligence. That means I don't just, eat whatever the hell. It's kind of like, here, let me feed you a plate of stuff. Maybe I'm allergic to some stuff. Maybe some things are poison to me, right? I'm just saying, maybe your ancestors were able to swallow poison and got through it. But I'm not going to swallow poison and think, oh, amazing, I'm just going to be a martyr because people are going to remember me. No, people are not going to remember you as a good person if you harmed another person. If you physically, and if you harmed someone's property, someone's well-being, someone's mental health, you will not be blessed. Once again, Muslims around the world, Jannah is here. We are building it as we speak. Jannah is here. Jannah is your own house. Look around and tell me, are you living in heaven or hell? All Muslims, I'm talking specifically to Muslims, look around your life and ask yourself a deep question. Am I living in Jannah or am I living in Jahannam? It is not a place to go. It is right here in the moment. And if you were indoctrinated to believe that afterlife, because I am so heartbroken. A lot of the pages, and I scroll different people's pages, right? There's very good Muslim children who are, I call it unlocked. There's two types of people, Muslim, Christian, or whatever religion, Buddhist. One is unlocked, one is locked. That simply means one child their mind has been left to develop and open. The other child's mind has been put so much trauma to the point they cannot think to themselves. And that's not the mistake of the child. That's the environment they have been brought up with so much, indoctrination to say that, oh, this is what you should do to attain validation from your tribe, from your community, that you should, stand up for this. Even the human rights group, I will be very honest. I'm just going to step out of the Muslim world and talk about. Even in the human rights group, if anyone is guilting you to, oh, you should be supporting this cause, you should be doing that, you should be calling your senator, you should be like, drop it, drop that crap. Whatever will happen in this election will happen. Go do it if you can, go partake in that. But if it's already a lot on you, don't go. Don't go. Why do you have to always show up to everything? Who is judging you? Who on earth is judging you? Your friends. Your friends are going to hold you by the neck and say, you did not vote. It's all your fault. He won. No. If you voted for Trump, if you didn't vote for Trump, if you just sat at home and took a shit on the day of the voting poll, I wouldn't give a shit. I honest to God don't care. Because my sun still rises in the morning, my sun still sets in the evening. Who is Trump? Who is anybody at this point? So don't let the projections of others minimize your existence and your experience of seeing every day. Right now, to hell with whoever wants to dictate your life. Make sure every morning you wake up and it's like, I get to see another sunrise. I get to watch another sunset. Oh, let's see what I can work on in between on today. Maybe I'll read a little dua. Maybe I'll watch a little YouTube. Maybe I'll go do a few work, part-time job. Maybe I will earn a living selling something. Think about those things. Experiment with your life. If you're like, maybe I'll go visit Japan. Life is too much. Maybe I'll go to Japan. What is a place there is no missiles? Let's go visit that place. Maybe let's go check out and go to the place where you have peace. Otherwise, yes, exactly. Otherwise, she's telling you what's going to happen. So I want you to be a wealthy traveler, wanderer, a poet, an artist, whatever it takes, but do no harm. See, Rumi lived a good life. Rumi was also Muslim, no? Rumi, Khalil Gibran, I don't know who he was. But there's so many nice people you can follow. Who the hell is Khomeini? Who the hell is Khomeini? He's gone. 86, chalo, tata, gone. He's gone. Dead body, buried. He is buried. You all dance. Put coffin dance music. Chill. Oh, if you want to mourn, if you are mourning for him, I mean, I got something. If many, I know, because I saw in Nigeria they are mourning for him. I was like, what? Why are certain parts of Nigerian Muslims mourning for him? I mean, what did he do for them? Have them, you know what it is? It is over-identification with an idealization of some image. It's just like when some people over-idealize Jesus. Have you seen that? Some people over-identify Jesus. They see everything because their mind. I feel for them. Okay, I feel for this because they have fallen for a certain trap. So don't put your trust in some image or something, because those things will change all the time. Put your trust in your breath. Always check in with yourself. Am I breathing? What is happening with my surrounding? If you see something online, something blew up, you look around. Is your dog still okay? Is your mother okay? Okay. Somebody passed away even I have people pass away. Last birthday, my uncle was here. This birthday is gone. One of my mentors passed away. I couldn't even process it. People pass away just like that. You will have to get through it. Go through grief, counseling, whatever. But I promise you, death is a part of life. This will keep blowing up. But you gotta maintain your peace. You gotta live through this. You gotta watch your grandchild move ahead. You gotta lift them up and you gotta direct them if they are, going in the wrong direction. Use the tools that helped you move forward. So in one of the books that my mentor, you know, gave it, the writing was not the same, but it was poetry by Rumi, you know, because ultimately, if you're obsessed with God, have those conversations alone. Don't listen to this anybody's. What is this? Read this alone, whatever. Okay. And then this one, my friend gave me this book. I didn't even have time to read it. It says In Search of Adam. What is essentially Adam? All the three religions, Abrahamic religion is just a freaking man. Simple. And to clarify, women were not created from the ribs of a man. Just clarifying that. Please go check your science resources. Ask your science teacher how were women created, and they will tell you. And the question of the chicken or the egg, which came first? I don't know. We should ask the chicken or the egg. Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT. Oh, I forgot to read some. Let me read this. In the end, we'll finish it with the prayer. Chicken or. Let me ask ChatGPT. Let's ask. Yeah, let's put ChatGPT to test. Which came first? All right. Which came first? The chicken or the egg? Classic question. Wait, let me see if I can have ChatGPT narrate this. I need 5.2 more action. Read aloud here.
The classic question. Scientifically speaking, the egg came first. Here's why. Long before modern chickens existed, there were bird-like creatures that laid eggs. At some point, two almost chickens, very close ancestors of today's chicken, produced an egg with a tiny genetic mutation. That mutation made the baby inside that egg the first true chicken. So, the creature that laid the egg was not quite a chicken. The egg it laid contained the first real chicken. Therefore, the egg came first. If you're asking philosophically, thinkers like Aristotle believed chickens and eggs existed in an eternal cycle, no real beginning. But modern evolutionary biology sides with the egg. Now I'm curious, do you like the scientific answer or the philosophical mystery better?
What do you like? Well, at this point, I like different times. There was a time in my life I lean towards the philosophical, but the more I age, I like the scientific answer better because there's always research behind it and backups behind it, but both are valid. Okay, so if you ask me, who came first? I think they came together. I just think they came together. Just showed up together. Boom. Just there. One day there was an egg and the chicken. Because what would the chicken be without an egg? All right. Any other questions for ChatGPT? Well, that's it. Let's ask, because why do Muslims pray? Dua. What we call it dua. I don't know if let's see if ChatGPT knows what dua is. ChatGPT does know. Wow, ChatGPT is very good. Okay, let's just read it out loud.
Muslims make dua, supplication, because it is a direct, personal way of talking to Allah, God. It's not just asking for things, it's about connection, humility, and trust. Here are the main reasons. To build a relationship with Allah. In Islam, Allah is not distant. Dua is a way to speak to him anytime. No middle person needed. The Quran says in Quran 2:186 that Allah is near and responds when called upon. To show dependence and humility, making dua reminds Muslims that humans are limited and Allah is the ultimate source of help. It softens pride and builds gratitude. Because it's an act of worship. The Prophet taught dua itself is worship. Even if the exact thing asked for doesn't happen, the act of asking has spiritual value. For comfort and emotional relief, dua can calm anxiety, sadness, or confusion. It's like emotional grounding, especially during hard times. Belief that Allah responds. Muslims believe every dua is answered in one of three ways. It is granted as requested. Something better is given instead. Harm is removed or reward is saved for the afterlife. Since you've mentioned before about protecting your energy and staying positive during difficult times, dua can also act as a kind of emotional shield. It helps center the heart so you don't drown in outside noise. If you'd like, I can share a simple daily dua routine that's easy to follow.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to take a break, so what should I do next? Okay. So it says to reduce social media. Okay, because ChatGPT knows me. I'm on social media quite a lot. So it's helping me build boundaries so I can better take care of my emotional health, right? So everybody, it was lovely seeing you this morning for an hour and 15 minutes. I shared some of the resources that I have in the house. I have more things, not just these stuff. These are like religious, spiritual stuff. I also have self-help stuff. A lot I gave away, But I just want people to kind of just remember to regulate your emotions. You don't have to respond to everybody, and move on to the next day of your life by having routine and staying healthy and well. We'll see you then. Assalamu alaikum, and peace be upon you, and happy Holi. What's the other one? Pongal. Bye everybody.